Story time on how I got robbed and scammed by my Army recruiter. I'm just gonna jump right into the juicy part. So first, it started off with he contacted me 2 days before I was supposed to go to basic training and was like, "Oh, I forgot to ask you, do you have braces? Because if so, you have to get them off. You cannot go into basic training with them on, and they will pay for you to get them put back on once you're done with basic training." So I had to go get my braces taken off and had to pay out of pocket. And they did not pay for me to get my braces put back on at the end of basic training. They lied and said, "Oh, wait till you get to AIT." After AIT, they lied and said, "Wait till you get to your official duty station." I got there and they was like, "Oh, we don't think your teeth looks bad enough for braces, so we're not paying for them." So the military never paid for my braces my whole 6 years of being in, even though my contract said that they would. Let's go back to before he sent that message, because that's close to basic training. So 2 events happened prior to that. One, he did not give me the option to sign up for National Guard or active duty. So I did not even find out which one I was until AIT, when it was during COVID. So they was like, "Oh, if you are National Guard, you do get to go home for 2 weeks before going to your duty station. And if you are active duty, you do not get to go home." So I found out I was on the do not get to go home list, and that is how I found out I was active duty. I was like, okay. So that was number one, how he got me. And two, when it came down to my sign-on bonus. So I did not know that I was getting one. So he entered in my bank information. When it came down to banks, once you go talk to your recruiter and you get in and all that, they need a bank to set up your payments for when you're in the military, you get your payments to. Within him entering the information, I was not aware that he had entered in a different banking account information to get my sign-on bonus. Could you receive that first before going? So he did that. It was $30,000. He got half and my adopted mom half. Yeah, they stole $30K from me. Another thing was, I wanted to be a psychologist for the military. He told me that that was not a thing. When I got in the military and got into mental health for myself, I ran into so many psychologists who were actually soldiers. So he lied to me about that, told me that wasn't a job, and it was a job. Fast forward to when I find out about the sign-on bonus, because it was at the end of my career. I was done with my contract and I went to go get my DD-214. That's just a paper stating that you're done and with your time and where you've been at. And I saw a few extra documents when she was taking my ID. And that is when I found out about the bonus. I saw that he had signed, I saw what bank account he went to. I was like, that definitely was not mine. I had only banked with 2 banks during my whole 6 years in the service. So I was like, okay. So I found out about that. I messaged him on Facebook. I ended up finding his Facebook, y'all, and I messaged him. And I just told him, like, I hope everything that you did, your lies and your scams, I knew recruiters did not fully tell you the truth. And I used to always tell him, tell me the bad part about it. He used to always say, it's only bad if you make it bad. So I knew then from his sugarcoating answers that he would say a hint of truth, but he was dodging them. So I knew then that he was full of shit. I knew he wasn't going to give the real, because he just wasn't transparent and honest with me from the jump. But so I message him and I tell him I hope all that you did was worth it. You went low of the low. And that's okay. I've forgiven it, but just know if you're caught, it didn't go undermined. And if the law don't get you, I will, because I'm spiritual. So my spiritual law is going to get you. So anyways, he ends up telling me that he was so sorry. He apologized and was saying that it was totally not worth it. That life tore his ass up after that. Shortly after that, he was like within like a month in, he had lost his wife, found out his wife was cheating on him, found out one of his sons was not his, ended up losing his house. I mean, he really broke down to me that his life had went downhill and he had apologized. But yeah, be aware that sometimes the scams that you're aware of is not all the ones you need to be, prepared for it. So keep your head on the swivel when dealing with the government.